So this guy is very special. He's my copper alien Betta, and I built him a home that I don't think any Betta's ever seen before. The reason why this Betta is so special is because he has a metallic coloration, and depending on his mood and the lighting and what he's been eating, he could range from a gold to a silver to a copper and even a purple color, which is pretty cool. So these are some of the materials I'm going to be using to build it. And this wood tree branch display is what I'll be setting it up on. And in case you missed the giant bronze dragon in the bottom corner, the theme of this setup is going to be a dragon's lair. So this stand and light are actually pretty important because I could change the color of the light, and that's going to allow me to fine-tune the color that the bed is going to be. Alright, so let's move on to the rocks and the substrate. I'm using black lava rock and a black clay-based substrate to make sure this fish can show its full coloration on a dark background, and also because it almost looks like something you would find around a volcano. Well, it is lava rock, so I guess it does come from a volcano, but you get it. And this is magical crystals, just like a dragon would have in a fairy tale. So this is gonna be... Can't even keep it.
Hold on, I forgot to put in the crystals.
I'm just kidding. This is just some broken up glass, probably some beer bottles or something. This is gonna be almost like the dragon's lava or the treasure, whatever you want it to be. I'm gonna scatter this all around the back so when the light hits it, it's gonna make it glow like lava. Next, I have the LED lights. Oops. So these LEDs are gonna be going under the crushed glass in the back, and I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of what my ideas are. Alright, so it's time to take this to the next step. I'm gonna start adding some water and we'll start getting down to the little details. So before we fill this up all the way, I wanna get this into its final resting spot, and I also wanna let the water settle a little bit. So we'll come back to you in a little bit. Alright, so we have a little change.
That snap sucked.
Alright, so we have a little change of scenery since the last time you saw me. I'm just gonna bring you up to speed as to what I did. We spray foam the rocks into place so that they're nice and stable. I also did a little bit of rearranging with the glass. Alright, so here's a bird's eye view of the tank. Now we're really gonna start getting into the fun stuff. I'm gonna start adding some plants. These are just some parlor palms. You could get them at any big hardware store like Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm also adding a dwarf lily to the setup, right in the middle. I don't know why, I just felt like it went with everything. I'm also adding some moss to the setup, which I'm straining like spaghetti, as you can see.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Moss is commonly found around volcanoes, so I figured this would be a nice little detail to add to the setup. So we're nearing the completion of this setup. I have two things left to do, and one of them, what is a dragon without its treasure that it's guarding? And these fit the theme perfectly. I have these little Asian coins here, but we have a problem. These can't just go right into the water because they're metal, and the metal's gonna leach into the water. It's not good for the fish, it's not good for the plants. So I have a solution for that. My solution are these little coin cases that I found. I doubled up the coins, I stuck them in there, glued the rim shut, and this will prevent any of the metal from leaching into the tank, because God forbid we got a fish with heavy metal poisoning, that would just be traumatic. And as you can see, the cases worked out pretty good. The coins are underwater. I also added a few coins in front of the dragon here. Just like that. We just have one final thing that I'm going to be adding here, and this is a little secret, so you're going to have to wait until the unveil to see what this is. But this is going right over here. So the setup is complete, and I'm pretty happy with how everything came out, especially the dragon on top looks super cool under the light, and it just brings this whole piece together. So there's only one thing left to do, and that's to put the Betta in his new enclosure and see how he likes it. And as soon as I put him in, he just started swimming around like he owned the place. He went towards the purple light in the middle, which really highlighted the unique color of this fish. I think he thought there was food near the light or something. One of my favorite parts of this tank is the smoke coming out of the top. I think it just goes so well with the charcoal on each side and the dragon theme. All right, so we just put him in here and he is going crazy right now. All right, so now he went back into hiding, but I have a way to entice him out here. I got his favorite food, some bloodworms and some shrimp. Aggressive and feisty. Oh, here he comes. He smelled the food and he came out right away. Oh yeah, you want to eat right out of there. There you go, happy birthday. I was actually very surprised with how active this fish was. Usually there's an acclimation period where you put the fish in and they kind of just get used to their environment. They're a little out of color, they're out of tune, but this guy just went right to town eating, exploring, and he just fit right into this tank. Also, just one other thing. I haven't named him yet. Normally I don't name fish, but I thought that this, because he's so cool and unique, I want to give him a name. So leave a comment and let me know what you think we should name him. I'm way too indecisive when it comes to naming fish, so hopefully one of you guys can come up with a better name than I can. Overall, I'm very happy with how everything came out. So I appreciate you guys watching. I have a lot of other really cool ideas for fish tanks and other animal setups and stuff. So this is only the beginning. If you like this sort of stuff, I appreciate you. Like the video, subscribe, share this with your friends, and we have a lot more coming in the future.